I love the...
Episode 192.
Are we going to do something special for our 200th?
We should.
We should. We should, like, fly and meet somewhere and do the show live. In the same room, Rich.
Whoa.
This whole time I've been living in New Hampshire.
Right,
It was all green screen magic. Wouldn't that be crazy? No, because nobody watches. Nobody be, like, impressed.
Right.
I love reels when it's like the kid's like a fox furry type.
Oh, God.
And then it's like,
Hey, Dad. Thanks for beating me as a child.
yeah,
Ah!
thanks for beating me as a child.
That's horrible.
That's a little rough, man. It's just a little kid.
Yeah.
I do not condone beating kids.
No.
I mean, look how I turned out.
Exactly. You're pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You're all right.
I command no respect in any room I'm in.
I don't either.
People, I notice people at
no
work.
respect.
Rodney Dangerfield. Why? Nobody knows who the fuck that is or what that reference is.
Somebody knows, I'm sure.
I'm sure somebody knows. What was I saying? Oh, I don't command respect in meetings. People talk over me.
Well, I think that might be that office in particular, but...
Well, no, I was on a call with my boss in this, I think it was the MSP, and like I couldn't get a word in. I kept having to wait for a pause because if I started talking, people just would talk over me. So I don't know if I had a bad connection because I was in my car.
I do always, like, have trouble finding a spot to jump in to talk, and I've never been able to get over that. I just interrupt people usually.
Yeah. Well, I do that on the show all the time.
Yeah, I know.
Rich, I'm wearing my smoking jacket.
Oh,
You know why?
Why? You got a pipe. Fancy.
Gonna pipe it up.
Indubitably.
You don't have to turn your head towards me, Rich. I know that it...
Yeah, I got like a crick in my neck or something.
Crick.
Yeah.
Is it the word...
Hey, Andy.
Is the word crick? Hey, Andy!
He said snazzy jacket, Jay.
It's my smoking jacket. We're getting really fancy here on Drunk Tech Support.
Fancy.
Nothing in here yet.
Nope.
I can't find it. So me and Rich had this thing where we want to like pipe up.
Pipe up.
No, we want to like smoke some pipe tobacco, like be like old timers.
Old timers, because we're old.
We are. We're there. We are there. And the only tobacco I like is called Half and Half, which I don't even think they make it anymore because I can't find it.
They must.
My grandfather smoked it, so it's got like this distinct smell that like I remember even like after he died of cancer from smoking his entire life.
That one?
I go visit my grandma. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, God damn it.
Wow, Rich.
Sorry.
With the scenes.
Me with the scenes. Every time. Every time.
Anyway, my grandmother's house smelled like that for years after he died. Because we were talking about why we're not going to smoke in the house.
Oh, right.
Because it clings to everything.
Yeah.
You can smell it forever. And it turns... I'm like, that's why, like, back in the 70s, 80s, like, when you look at pictures of places, everything's orange. Because it's got, like, you can smoke indoors.
All the tar on the
Dude, I missed when you could smoke indoors.
See, I never really... I didn't.
Well, you have asthma, so
Yeah.
you can't appreciate it. Yeah, that's the stuff right there. Half and half.
Wait, it's not on there because I'm in studio mode. Hang on.
Jesus
Now they can see it.
There it is, Rich. Look at that.
All right.
Can I buy it?
Yeah. For
Dude,
$15.
Buy me a big ass can.
You can buy it after the show.
Bust out your credit card and type it in so we can all see.
Okay.
Actually, link me to that.
Kind of like when we were buying that game or whatever on the Switch the other night. I actually did block it. I didn't record that.
Oh, it doesn't work in reverse. What the hell? They got a little filter in here.
Yeah, it's
You're supposed to
probably
replace
that.
them.
Yeah.
Okay. Smoking jacket's going because it's really...
I know, you were like, I'm sweating.
I wore this shirt to work. I didn't realize. I wore...
Well, you had to kind of run out of here.
Yeah.
Last minute.
So, a guy in our Long Beach office had a laptop that if you powered it off, you couldn't get past the BIOS to restart it. you'd have to drain the battery,
Whoa,
and then it would start up the next time. So there's some sort of BIOS problem,
that's weird.
battery BIOS problem. Anyway, so opened a repair request with Lenovo, and I sent him a refurb that we had, and he messaged me at like noon today. He's like, "Oh yeah, that replacement you sent me won't charge. I've tried 2 chargers. I plugged it into my dock. It just, which is a problem with this model. There's like a BIOS update for it, and I installed it. It still wouldn't work. So now I'm like, okay, it's a 3-day weekend. So if I don't get a laptop in the mail today,
it won't be there.
Yeah, it won't be there. So I had to fly into work, and I was so. By the time I was like working, I was like 3 o'clock, and FedEx picked up at 3:30. So I'm like,
wow.
I messaged the guy. I'm like, look, I'm just gonna install Log Me In on this and send it as is, and I'll set it up once you get it remotely, because there's no way I'm getting this out the door in time. So that's that. You know how much it costs to ship to Honolulu?
Oh God, I can only imagine.
Shipped another laptop to Honolulu. It was like $150 or something for a like a 5-pound laptop.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know, I've noticed shipping prices have really gone up in the last year or so, like more so than other
gas
things.
prices.
Maybe, but gas prices are down.
They are.
They're like the lowest they've been in years.
$3.40 something when I filled up this morning.
Yeah,
not this morning at
3 o'clock.
12 when I was on my way to work. Yeah.
I was actually coming home at the same time, and I passed you. You were coming out of the gas station.
He honked at me.
And
you scared the shit out of me.
You were like, peel it out or whatever, and I was like,
I thought it was
caught my attention.
I thought
and
I was
looked,
hit
and
you
I was like,
or something.
That's fucking Jay.
I pulled in that little gas station there. I've never stopped there. I pulled in to frickin' connect my Bluetooth headset to my work phone because I had a meeting at 1.
Oh shit.
So I'm like freaking out because I gotta get to work to get this laptop out, and I'm like trying to connect this thing because I have a meeting to take while I'm driving to work, and then I'm pulling out of the parking lot. It's like, what the? You literally scared me. You made me jump. I was like, that fucking asshole. What the hell did he honk at me for? It's Rich.
Yep. Just saying hi.
Jerk.
Oh man. So I want to try something new.
Yes.
We have some
anal.
AI/robot. News.
We don't have a title. We don't have a theme song.
We don't have a title or a theme song, so I came up with this.
This is Drunk Tech Support announcing here publicly, all hail our robot overlords.
Okay, that works. Kill all humans. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Can you adjust this so you're covered?
I always do that where the chat's over my head.
Servers while driving down the highway point of your career.
Yeah, that was me a lot.
Technically, I've done that. Some days I'll leave like earlier, but I'm still on the clock, so I will connect my laptop to my hotspot and just have it on the seat next to me while I'm driving.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I do that trick a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it works.
I got all of my RDP set up on my phone, so that way I could just connect a VPN on my phone and then directly remote in. So people would call me, and I'd be driving down the highway just.
Dude, there needs to be like a one fixes all RDP for phones.
There really does. Like we talked about this a little bit offline yesterday. There's a few out there that I've used before.
Right.
But like most of them with iOS, especially, it's view only, which would still help in your situation.
Yeah, that would be fine.
But Android, as far as I know, it's super easy. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why there isn't a market for it, because it would really be nice for IT people.
It would, especially you figure COVID, everyone's remote now. Like, you're not necessarily going to be in the office to like manually look at someone's phone and shit. What?
For real. I actually missed that too, because I have shitty service here. We had AT&T FirstNet.
You gotta, like, when you're reading a chat, you gotta, like, read the chat.
Oh.
You just, because if I'm listening to this episode, I'm like, why do you just jump off subject to this for no reason?
Yeah, Andy was talking about when we used to work together, we used FirstNet because it was like an emergency response network. and that hotspot was awesome. It like always worked, even like during big events and stuff. Never had to worry about it.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
I've had like a nightmare past couple days.
yeah,
I'm not gonna go into details or talk trash about people, but
it's a good idea.
It's frustrating doing stuff remote
Yeah,
when your office is in Honolulu and you're like replacing the phone system. And it really should have.
I don't think.
there.
Yeah, I don't think you should ever do a phone system swap out remotely.
Mm-mm.
That's
It's you know, to be honest, like every other site went perfect to the point where I felt useless being on site.
yeah.
But you know that one thing goes wrong and
Of
you're not on
course.
site, and it's like it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh, I had like something to show off. I guess show and tell.
Oh, show and tell.
Talk about something.
So, do you like the new robot thing?
Yeah, did I not approve of it?
Well, I tried the whole sex robot thing before, and that just kind of fell flat.
Well, now I want Bender saying kill all humans.
Okay,
Because that's what he does.
I can do that. All right, show and tell. Oh, that's heavy.
Yeah, it's full of phones.
Oh. Ooh.
So we're eBaying off like old equipment in my work.
Yeah.
And then I realized I have a box of like Galaxy phones and crap that I can sell off,
Yeah.
and I get 50% of the profits.
Nice.
So we got that's a 20, a Galaxy S20.
It's not an S9 like what I had.
We had some of those.
Oh man.
I didn't take them because they're not going to sell.
Yeah.
I thought you might appreciate this.
Is this what you're show and telling?
Look at this.
Whoa.
It's an iPhone 4.
Looks about the 4. That's pretty cool.
Remember this, guys? With the 15, 16?
Actually, I don't know if this is the 4. This might actually
I don't have
be...
this cable anymore, so I can't charge it. Oh, we could just look up the serial.
It is
A1887.
the 4S.
4.
You were right. Right on the money. This is a
Yeah.
cool ass case.
Isn't that freaking awesome? Look at this case.
It
It's like a
just
little
slides
cage. It's like a
on.
little cage.
And then it's got a metal cage that goes around it.
I
That
thought
is
that was
fucking
cool.
I mean, it's no Tech 21, but
Oh
you know.
my god! I finally got a Tech 21 case.
Yes. Finally.
Look at that case.
Whoa.
Very metallic looking.
Yeah.
I got a Tech 21 case for my S23, which I was lucky was the last one in the T-Mobile store. And I gotta stop banging on the table. Our mics are like picking everything up.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it because it's like thin.
And it
so
shows
I
off your phone.
Still
Like,
see my phone.
Yeah.
The other one you saw, it was just like falling apart.
Yeah. I always do Tech 21, and they got rid of the blue
Give us
phone.
yours.
You remember I used to bitch about it on the show that they got rid of the blue phone and I had to get a white one?
Yes, Rich.
Okay, so
Spray
I
paint.
bought a blue Tech 21 MagSafe case.
Yeah.
And then I was working on my Cricut one night, and I put the iron right on my case, so now I got a big old melt spot.
You probably smoothed it out with some more iron. Rich melted his case.
Yeah, there it is. You can see it now. It's pretty bad.
Wah, wah. Look at
But
this.
oh, Andy says he hasn't heard of Tech 21. They're like my favorite case of all time.
Yeah, you must have heard of it by now, Andy.
It's something like
Rich won't shut up about it.
It's something like a 12 or 15-foot drop guarantee. And,
Which I've dropped my phone 3 times
really,
since
really
I got the
good shit.
case, and it's still in one piece. The other case I didn't drop because it was rubberized,
Yeah.
which I like because you're less likely to like.
Well, mine
slip.
feels more rubberized than yours does. Yours is like,
Glossy.
yeah.
The one I had I liked, but I couldn't put my phone in my pocket. It like pull my pocket inside
Yeah.
out if I take it out of my pocket. I hated that. Oh, check out this one, HTC
Yeah.
guys?
Wait. Yeah.
with the extra battery.
Hell yeah. Andy, I had to use Apple branded MagSafe chargers temporarily for my 12 until Tech 21 came out with MagSafe compatible. Now they're all MagSafe compatible, so no problems. phones.
This phone is awesome.
What is it?
I got a couple. It's the HTC phone with
Oh.
the regular battery.
Nice.
I think it's like a 10-year-old phone at this
Yeah,
point.
something like
but
that.
look, it's got a built-in kickstand,
Nice.
so you can just prop it up.
Nice.
And then it's a
That's
Google
what
phone.
every phone needs.
A built-in kickstand.
Yeah.
And I think the speakers looks like the speakers behind it too.
Mm.
But
Yeah, I remember.
there were good Android phones out there.
I remember my first laptop that I bought, new, not secondhand.
Yeah.
I got a Dell, and I got one of those desktop replacements that were like this thick,
Yeah.
and it had a P4 desktop chip in it. And
Was it blue and silver?
no, it was all silver. It was new, it was older than the one you were thinking of.
Yeah, I know what you're talking.
And then they started rebranding them as XPS, but I had one of the original desktop replacement ones, and it had a subwoofer built in, and it was in the battery.
I remember that. No, what?
Yeah.
In the battery.
So
no,
the
I don't
battery
remember
was
that.
a battery / subwoofer, and if you took it out, you could run off power, but you wouldn't have any subwoofer, so you wouldn't hear any
All
bass.
tinny
It was all
sounding?
tinny.
That's crazy.
As soon as you pop in the battery and click back
I've
in.
seen laptops where the subwoofer's on the bottom
Yeah.
of the case.
No, it was
but
cool. It was
in
like
the battery?
in the
So when
battery.
you buy a new battery, you're replacing the subwoofer?
Yeah, basically.
That is insane. I've never
Yeah.
even heard of that.
It was pretty wild. But technology's come a long way.
My contact's
So-
like screwing up.
So we started the intro for the robots.
Oh, I'm
thing,
sorry. I just
and
like,
we
I
never
gotta go
did
get
it.
some stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
So the best thing I've seen all week, Air Canada now has to honor a return policy that its chatbot provided to a customer.
Oh, so everyone's really just putting ChatGPT.
They're just
on
throwing AI in, and they're like, "Hey, go for it."
Everything needs ChatGPT.
I want to know how much money they lost over this, but a court did decide they have to honor it,
Yeah.
and that's to me that's like the
I
ultimate
love.
smack in the
that.
face for people that are rushing into AI. So
Yeah. I don't know if you remember in New Hampshire, there was a car dealership that had like a coupon in the paper, and it was like $1,000 off this car or any car. It's a coupon.
Right.
You can get $1,000 off. But he didn't put limit one per customer.
oh shit,
Somebody bought up all the newspapers in the area and got a free car. Took him to court, and they said you have to honor it. Legalities, man.
Fantastic.
Loopholes.
Loopholes are great. But this does highlight and may help the cause of people that are pissed because we're rushing too fast in AI without thinking about ethical concerns and safety concerns. And
Or that,
I mean, how do you get people to listen to you? You hit
how
them
do you
where it
fence
counts.
in an AI if it's supposed to like do its thing? Like it's unpredictable.
It's about teaching
not
it
like-
ethics and right from wrong like we do for humans. I mean,
no, I don't mean ethics. I mean like for instance, what it did
accuracy.
with the ticket. What did it say that they?
So it is.
What did it tell the customer?
So, chatbot responded. Let's see. Hang on. Okay. So, bereavement rates could not be requested retroactively. And instead of a refund, the best Air Canada would do was promise to update the chatbot and offer them a $200 coupon for a future flight. But let me see. Okay. On the day this guy's grandmother died, he visited Air Canada's website,
Oh my god.
took a flight from Vancouver to Toronto, and unsure of how the bereavement rates worked, he asked the chatbot to explain it. Chatbot provided inaccurate information, encouraging him to book a flight immediately and then request a refund within 90 days.
What? So it's like trying to give him a loophole.
Then, in reality, Air Canada's policy explicitly stated the airline would not provide refunds for bereavement travel after it's been booked.
Mm-hmm.
And he followed the chatbot's advice to request a refund, but was shocked it was rejected. And then he took it to court,
Mm-hmm.
and the court deemed that a refund was owed.
Yeah.
So they have to honor it.
That chatbot is representing the company.
Yeah, which is hilarious because this is how you get to people. You hurt their wallet, and then they start listening.
Oh.
Okay, if I'm going to lose millions of dollars, I guess I'll do it ethically.
Yeah, what do you mean by
or
ethically?
accurately, or
I feel that
whatever.
a chatbot shouldn't just be thrown on a website. I don't understand why they do this. Like
That's the whole point, though.
there's only a certain number of questions people are going to ask and relating to like flying. You know,
So
why
think-
is it just giving willy-nilly advice if it knows the return policy?
I think this is a combination of two things. Companies trying to just bow down to the customers that don't want to deal
and
with
save money by getting rid of a
bots.
human.
And it's more fluid, it's more conversational, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But they also like aren't taking into account that like things like ChatGPT are not always accurate, and in this case, it fucked them out of money. And
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about the technological side of it. Like, how do you? I feel like you should be able to train an AI.
yeah,
Like, here are our rules and policies and stuff, and then that gets baked in, and that's all it knows.
Right.
It shouldn't be able to like come
well,
up with shit on the spot.
there should be parameters that you're set. Like this is you, this is what you know, and you can't go beyond this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But you see, that's not AI though.
no, you
See,
might
AI
as well just program it.
Truly, artificial intelligence would be able to think for itself, make its own decisions, etc., etc.
And he's talking about GPT, the hallucination thing
Yeah.
that they do, which is really creepy.
It is.
They'll just spit out like random gibber. Have you seen? We probably read some of them before. When GPT like starts doing that hallucinating thing, like what it spits out.
Yeah.
is,
You
like,
sent me a couple of not
crazy.
too long ago.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
nightmare fuel.
it's definitely an issue, and but this is a good way to finally highlight to businesses that you shouldn't put all your eggs into AI yet.
They're just gonna eat that cost, and then it's not like this was a. Huge...
They might.
Well,
but,
how much did they pay out?
I mean, just the cost of that one person's ticket.
Yeah,
but
I mean, you need like a really big fuck up, like
$650.88 in Canadian dollars.
remember my health insurance was using AI to reject people's insurance claims and
Yep.
stuff. That's a big fuck up. But nothing came of it. I think there was just a lawsuit. So even if it's hitting people in their wallets, they're just gonna keep doing it.
I think the more conservative companies will see it.
I think
and run with it.
government needs to step in, Rich. I know I always say this, and you're like, that's the last thing we need. I'm so libertarian, anti-government, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go shoot me a bear and eat some raw meat, you know?
What?
I don't fucking know. A lot of stuff isn't going to get fixed until it gets...
Until it costs money.
No, until the government slaps their hands.
I
Like,
see.
no.
I think you're on the wrong path here, because the problem with government regulation is people are going to find loopholes to get around it, and it's going to be a constant cat and mouse game instead of doing it the right way and not spending all that time and money that, you know.
I don't know. I'm totally against capitalism run amok with no kind of
Oh, yeah.
restrictions or laws.
I'm not saying there should be no oversight. I'm just saying in this case that's not going to be what people listen to, because
AI should
what
be
they
regulated.
see
There
is
should be like
this AI is going to save us millions in payroll,
Yeah.
and we can fire all these people that we don't
Right.
need, and it's stupid. Yes, as Andy says, it's a double-edged sword, regulation, and it is, because you have to know when is it a threat to your liberty and when is it more beneficial to use the regulation, and
Yeah.
you know.
I'm saying if stuff's not regulated, they're gonna late stage capitalism. Like,
I mean,
practically where we are right now.
Nice, easy way to do it is just, if your chatbot fucks up, you pay. I mean,
Yeah.
they'll eventually figure it out. But I don't know.
Chatbot's talking to people.
I don't have the answer, and I want to be very clear about that. I don't know what the answer is to this.
So why'd you bring it up?
Well, because it's very important
just
that
kidding.
we listen. And unfortunately, the person who was most loud about it was Elon. And a lot of people don't take him seriously anymore because he's kind of an idiot.
Go fuck yourself.
But he was right in telling us to slow down. Him and Wozniak and whoever else signed that.
Every
Open
like
letter.
doomsday AI person that saw Terminator is gonna be like, that is not a good idea.
But see,
but we're not really there. Remember, because we're like, it's not AI. It's just
it's not.
algorithms. It's machine learning.
But we don't know. I mean, here's a good example. The AI started developing language. Remember, they found that in some lab they were working on.
Yes.
And it developed a language that they didn't understand, and it was communicating with another system or whatever. I forget the details of it, but
it was like using like weird characters for like an object, like a bird,
Yeah.
but it was like this string of digits that didn't
so
make any
if
sense.
we're already losing control of AI and unable to communicate with it, where are we going to be in 5 years if we don't slow down and take control of the situation? You know?
That, as serious as you're making that sounds like something where freaking government needs to come in.
But do you
and
think
put
they will?
limitations. No, they're not.
Yeah. They can't
They
even
don't
rein
even-
in the tech companies.
Their government's a bunch of fucking old geezers, like counting their stacks of money and
Watching Rome burn.
none of them give a shit about AI.
Or us.
Yeah. So
Andy says bots acting as customer service reps is a terrible and disrespectful concept. It's disrespectful to humans and it's disrespectful to AI.
yeah, I mean, that's the way it's going, dude. It's
I
less
know.
and less like human interaction and more you're doing your own self checkout.
Yeah.
You're talking to
Although-
a goddamn robot.
Although a lot of companies, it's been in the news recently, are actually removing self-checkout.
Because of
Because
theft.
unlike Walmart is like king of Big Brother surveillance state.
Because they
They-
put some 90-year-old woman that goes like this while you're checking
No.
out.
I got a YouTube video I'll share with you. These people have the most advanced security system that we've ever seen. And in some places, they've been told they can't use their camera systems in the way they were because they could read your text messages while you're in line or while you're browsing their store. They know every single item that you have.
Yeah.
It's all tracked.
They really don't. As a reformed and former shoplifter, they're not doing shit, okay? Trust me.
Actually,
Actually?
there is a threshold where it's considered a cost of doing business and it's not worth chasing you out the door.
As a reformed and former
I'm just
shoplifter
saying.
that is now past the statute of limitations.
And technology has changed a lot since.
okay, whatever. I did get caught by the fancy schmancy computer systems at Target
Oh, yeah?
with the... Yeah. It was very embarrassing.
I bet.
I found out from a family member that was following the police blog Facebook, and they had posted my picture up there.
Oh, God.
And she's like, "Isn't that Jason?" They messaged my mom, so I got her out from my fucking sister that I got busted. It's a very low point in my life when that was going on, and I was just trying to survive and pay bills.
Yeah.
But look at me now. No, I'm doing much better now.
You are. If you could only deal with Honolulu.
Have you seen? I don't even want to go out there and visit.
I know.
Like,
It's not even worth the beauty of the island.
yeah,
Because
I really can't get the details. I don't want to like have like a
Yeah. All I can say is, as a impartial
Itty and
outsider, I have seen the shit he's dealing with, and I wouldn't put up with it. I'll tell you that right now.
And I'm too nice to
You
just
are.
be like, okay, I'll give like a little bit of tea on this, like.
But as Andy could tell you, I like to tell people no a lot,
yeah,
and it's gotten me in trouble a lot.
I don't. I grew up with the mentality to like, I can do it. There's no such thing as no. I
Yeah.
can find a way to make it happen.
Yeah.
But then that's like balanced on like how much time I'm wasting, you know, 'cause being the only IT guy.
Yeah.
So during the phone call conversation after going over this phone switch over we're talking about, which was a disaster, one of the people, I think the boss or the manager for that office, is like, compared to all the other locations, like how smoothly is this going? And I I let my like evil side out. I'm like, no comment. He cracked up a little bit, but it was really like a no comment situation. And that kind of like,
he's one of those people that is probably self-aware of what is going on
I think
in
that's
the
why
office,
he asked.
and he was probably doing it as a dig to his coworkers, like, you guys are idiots. Like,
yeah, maybe, yeah. But then that followed up with I covered because I'm not just gonna be an asshole. I'm like, it's only because this is the only place we've not had somebody on site.
right?
This is 100% remote and was a bad decision. It should have been
Yes.
somebody out there. Somebody. Why wouldn't somebody want a free trip out to Honolulu, dude? I would.
I know.
I don't know. And
Yeah.
the manager at that office at that point said, "Well, you should have talked to me. I would have got you a flight out." And I'm like, I could have gotten a freaking trip to Honolulu.
Yeah.
And the whole job would have gone much. Trust me, this job would have gone way smoother if I was there, and I could just do
Yeah.
the stuff. It's just the walking everybody through it
Yeah, it's hard.
for an entire
I mean,
office. It was. I'm not done yet. I still have like several people I need to talk to, but it's like holiday weekend. People are like checking out. So
maybe it's time to book that flight.
I go. If I want, I told my daughter I'll take her too. If I get a free trip out there, I'll pay for a ticket for her to go.
Hell
out too.
yeah.
That'd be
So,
cool.
continuing with our AI discussion and getting off the topic of AI
I
and
keep
government
sidetracking your
regulation.
segment.
Well, I just don't want to go back to talking about capitalism and government regulation. So I'm going to move on to the next topic. OpenAI, the company that has ChatGPT,
Yep.
hit the news a couple times this week. First, their case was dismissed in a copyright lawsuit with Sarah Silverman and Paul Tremblay.
I don't know, Paul Tremblay.
Basically, they weren't able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt, so they dismissed the case.
Were they saying it stole their jokes?
Yeah,
or
stole
something?
all of their content. But there was no proof that they used copyrighted content. There was no way to say it.
Well, yeah, like once AI like scoops up your shit, it goes into the churn. And there's no real way to like be like that where they got that from.
Yeah.
Like, and that's actually.
Well, they
like,
also went further and claimed that all of the output from ChatGPT is a derivative of something that's copyrighted.
So
and
is
the
everything that comes
Judge
out of
also
your mouth.
dismissed that. So exactly.
Like,
yeah.
We've said this before. Like everything's derivative.
Exactly.
The entire makeup of you, nobody's unique. They're just I guess they are. They're a combination of all their experiences and things they liked and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And comedians within their little comedian groups have the same, that guy stole my jokes. And then you listen,
and it's like a huge stigma.
like Bill Hicks and Dennis Leary
Yeah.
thing. And they're like, wow, he made jokes about smoking the way he made jokes about smoking. But I'm like, what people are going to make jokes about smokers. Like,
Yeah.
did he steal it? You
Maybe.
know? It's derivative.
Yeah. So they weren't able to argue a valid case, and the judge dismissed the cases. So
Have there been any cases against AI for? I'm thinking like the DeviantArt thing, where we're scraping DeviantArt.
I don't
you
think
look at-
anybody's actually won anything yet, or anything's gone to court yet. But
Is there a way to like? Say you tell AI like spit out this painting of this, and then some artist is like, that's my style of art. What do they have other than it looks like it?
Well-
like, can they actually go into the programming
yeah,
and
they
be
can
like,
go in and look at where it's coming from and where it was trained, and
oh, okay.
but there was the other piece of news with OpenAI this week where they released this new tool, Sora, S-O-R-A,
Sora.
and it is a text-to-video AI generator. So it will make little clips like trailers for movies and stuff with AI generation.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, that's way better. Why did I leave my headphone in?
supposedly,
Oh, that's so calming. Sorry.
there's no issues with fingers and hands. It can actually draw them
I've
properly.
seen, some of the new videos and
So
stuff.
now the creators are arguing, well, it obviously is using copyrighted content because AI can't draw hands or something along those lines.
I don't think that's why I couldn't draw hands. Like, I couldn't, like... Which, that's really weird
Yeah,
because
this-
for artists,
Yeah.
hands is, like, one of the most complicated things
Yeah.
to draw.
Yeah.
Like I suck. If you ever see the pictures I make of us with hands, it's just like
Yeah.
it's like little blobs. Like because I won't do anything like articulated because it's so difficult.
So hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but one of the videos they did in the demo was just a simple text prompt, and the prompt was reflections in the window of a train traveling through the Tokyo suburbs, and it looked
Oh,
like
I thought that was a real picture.
it looked like it was filmed on a phone, shaky camera work, reflections of train passengers, etc. So
not doing
I'm going
that
to
that
show the
much.
video now. If you'd shut up,
Oh, my bad.
I was going to read it first.
I just want to vape, dude. I'm like addicted to like getting my nicotine. So
So look at this. Like reflections of passengers that aren't actually there. Like
that's crazy.
yeah.
It
And
doesn't do like that weird. Oh, I sound like a chick.
Yeah.
It doesn't do that weird morphing crap.
Yeah.
Like you seen like the Will Smith
Yeah,
eating
yeah,
spaghetti?
where it's kind of like traily and
Look up Will
weird.
Smith eating spaghetti. AI.
You've shown me.
Okay. It's horrifying.
Yes, it is.
God, we've been watching quote unquote AI like evolve over like 10 years ago, dude. You remember how it was
Yeah.
like, not
I mean, I
possible?
remember
It was
playing around
impressive.
on the show with the Google tool where you could just like you would draw and it would guess what
Guess what you're drawing,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like
That's the stuff I'm
we have
interested
come a long way in 10 years, but I don't think we're anywhere near a robust enough system that we could start using chatbots and shit for companies that are going to cost people money or possibly cause injury to humans.
Nothing that
Oh, and on this topic,
yes.
I don't know how much you know about AI, but there's large language models.
I'm not winking at you. My contact is fucking with my eye.
That's cool. So there's large language models.
Yes.
And then there's large action models now that
What
are
is
being
that?
pioneered by companies like Rabbit,
What's an action model?
where AI has control of the device and can do things for you.
Oh, see, that's the one thing we shouldn't be doing is putting AI in control of physical objects.
We are not ready for that.
Yeah.
We are not ready
Oh,
for that.
you got Copilot now, Microsoft. The new S24 is some weird
Yeah.
AI bullshit built
And
into it.
apparently
Apple.
iOS 18 is also going to have some sort of AI. However, as Andy pointed out,
You should be able to opt out.
iOS 18 is going to be entirely on chip using the neural engine.
Yeah.
So I don't know how about Google's. They're probably using the cloud in some sort.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
same.
I'm not interested in it because
Yeah.
to me it's like this is just another Cortana
Yeah.
that was kind of cool to play with, but then you just don't really use it.
Exactly.
Like, I think if you're going to integrate AI into your device, there needs to be an opt-out button.
Mhm.
You can't just, it's there, deal with it.
Yeah,
like-
exactly. And I will go to a flip phone if it gets to the point where I can't opt out of that shit. I mean,
have we looked into that?
So, like, not ready for AI to take over my life.
Can I opt out of
But, as I said before,
AI?
This is Drunk Tech Support announcing here publicly all hail our robot overlords.
Kill all humans! We need to, is there like a website we can like, people can like take vendor's voice and like make it say whatever?
yeah.
Using AI, we should be able to like make them talk.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's better than the sex robot stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Can I opt out of can I opt out of AI in general?
In general.
Disable AI.exe. That's what the Google AI results. Oh wait, what? Generative AI is experimental. Here's some ways to opt out of AI. Disable AI.exe. Go to settings, privacy, general, and turn off the option. Let apps use advertising ID to make ads more interesting to you based on... What does this think I'm talking about? I didn't... Oh,
Is
Google.
that Google Bard? Or I'm sorry,
now it's
Gemini?
saying- now there's another option. Disable generative AI on Google. Open Chrome. Sign into your Google account. Click...
So you can actually disable Google's AI.
Opt out of Google AI. Labs AI.
Maybe that's a good positive thing for the S24 then. We'll have to see.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm sure there's a way, like, because people are not going to be comfortable with it. So
Right.
I'm guessing if it comes out.
You are taking the most personal electronic device that we have ever had in the history of humanity, and you are giving it over to a computer. That is terrifying.
Oh my God, I just picked up your voice. I accidentally hit the microphone. You are giving it over to a computer. And it says, before giving away a computer, you can take these steps to ensure you don't give away any personal information.
Andy says he's with me, by the way. He'll buy a flip phone if it gets into violating our privacy and shit.
Yeah. But I mean, you guys are down with opt-out, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I can truly opt out, I mean, a lot of this stuff gets vetted, and you can reasonably assume that they are doing the right thing.
So far, it's just been like an add-on thing. It's not like in your face.
Yeah, well, so far. And then the Rabbit was released.
It's going to be like that movie.
Did we talk about the Rabbit on the show?
What Rabbit?
Oh, it's fucking mind-blowing. Okay. I'm going to share this because I don't think we've talked about it on the show, and the fact that we haven't is fucking amazing. This is the Rabbit. It is an AI gadget. There are no apps. There's no UI for you to interact with. It's just this little rabbit, and you tell it stuff, and it does it for you. It's a large action model.
For $200?
And it's fucking terrifying.
If I bought one, could I have it in the house, Rich?
I don't think so. Maybe if I set up a separate VLAN for you.
What you with the fucking separate VLAN? I don't even have my Amazon thing plugged in.
Anyways, I watched the keynote when they released this. It's truly.
What does it do?
It's truly innovative. Think of it like a mobile device, like an iPad or an iPhone, but you don't interact with it with a touch screen.
Got a camera and a scroll wheel.
It's got a camera that flips all the way around to the other side, a scroll wheel and a button on the side, and that's it. Okay. And the Rabbit does everything. And so you could, tell it to do, post on my Instagram this photo of me and, or whatever.
That could be, I could probably use something like that because I have to, physically do stuff. It doesn't happen because I'm so unmotivated. If I can just be like, hey, do this thing.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Rabbit, kill my wife.
So it's literally taking AI to the next level, and we are not ready for it. So as cool as this is, and I will admit it is very fucking cool. It is one of the coolest devices I've seen in years, and it has the potential to hit that sweet spot that we've been talking about where technology just isn't exciting anymore. This is exciting, but it's also terrifying, and we're treading to...
Why are you terrified?
Because you are giving AI control of your life. How is that not terrifying?
It's just an interface between the digital and physical. It's what are you worried it's gonna do?
Just if it fucks up something,
falsifies some information
transfers
about you?
money out of an account that's not supposed to, or posts that I'm gay online, or you never know.
I do that.
Yeah, you do. But we have no idea, because if it is truly artificial intelligence, it's got its own self-awareness, its own will.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. But we know that. But we will get to that point at some point.
You trust me not... I know I posted that you're gay online, but you trust me not to steal from you, not to,
Right.
go on your devices and, leak information and stuff. How's that any different than trusting some fucking algorithm?
Because we have a 30-year friendship that is
the
foundation.
You need to have a beer with it?
If I can have a couple of beers with AI and get to know them and go over their house, hang out with their kids,
Okay. So you maybe maybe you need a replica interface for your AI that'll chit chat with you and shit. And,
maybe
hang out. You'd be like, dude, trust me.
But trust
I'm
is
just a chill
trust
AI.
is also earned. If it gives me any indication that it's doing something nefarious,
yeah, you'll murder it with a
I
computer
will.
screen.
With a computer screen, I'll murder the computer screen with a computer screen.
We should have a giant CRT screen behind glass, and it's in case
that brings
J emergency, break glass.
I don't want to get onto this topic yet because we're still talking AI, but you just reminded me. So you know what? I think we're done with AI unless you have more to say.
I'm really interested in your fears of AI.
I just
you seem
the slightest little thing. I don't send
about
emails without reading them 6, 7, 8 times. Rewriting and I'm crazy about this. And to put trust in a computer to act on my behalf is terrifying. Because
But okay, so what if
I
it
don't
was,
trust
like,
myself enough.
What if the AI was reading you an email that somebody sent you, and then you reply, "Well, tell this person blah 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 blah," and it says you don't trust that?
As long as it's like Siri and it's exactly what I say is what
Verbatim?
it does. I don't want it interpreting things and making mistakes because humans make mistakes.
Rich uses freaking AI for our notes for our show.
I use AI to name the show and add more context
Or episode descriptions
to our descriptions.
which was pretty good.
Because I write a description and it's like 2 sentences and it makes no sense.
Right.
It says the same thing and it's like 2 paragraphs. I know it's just using big words and stuff.
I'm not saying you're scared. You don't trust.
I don't trust.
And I don't care, and I'm probably not going to use it.
Right.
So
But see,
I'm just indifferent towards it.
my issue is it's very exciting. AI is very exciting,
Yeah.
and I've bought into the hype recently, like within the last year. Last May exactly, actually, is when I finally started buying into it. But nobody is thinking about the things that matter to me, and that's
it's all about you.
I'm the
That's what this
consumer,
is.
aren't I? I matter. I may not be the majority, but I'm a consumer.
You're not the typical Joe Schmo. They only care about the sheepish masses.
No,
that
but
are
you know how
like,
many
"Brr, I get to
IT
do-
professionals
I get to
like
do
me
nothing
there
all
are?"
day and it'll answer my emails. Brr." You know what I mean, Rich? They don't care about the fringe techie people like us.
I know.
Um,
We should rise up.
What, all 1%?
Viva la revolution!
We'll smash every... What are we going to smash, Rich? It's
AI.
all in the cloud. There's
Oh,
no...
right. It's in the cloud.
We're
God
going to
damn it.
smash our computer. We're going to go... Like,
That's it. They
bust into Google. Where's your goddamn AI servers?
show me the cloud. This is it. They set us up, though. They were like, push to the cloud. And then they're like, AI is cool. Check it out. We're going to run it on the cloud. You have no control over it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm really disenfranchised with this whole everything's digital and in the cloud
Yes.
and subscriptions and all that
Yes,
crap, dude.
yes,
It's
yes.
totally like jaded me. too.
I have
Like,
officially canceled all of the subscriptions.
I was
that I'm
listening
not
to our
getting for
previous
free.
episodes, and it's just so depressing.
Mhm.
It's like,
I remember being
and I like,
so excited about streaming.
I don't own a single physical game for this device, and this device will stop working
Uh-huh.
once the servers go offline and when something better comes out.
And you're
And-
somebody who's always railed against digital media, and you did
Yeah.
it like all in on the Switch.
I guess maybe deep down inside, I know I can always mod it and stuff, but normal people don't do that.
Right.
And
So I guess there's less risk for you than an
yeah,
average
because I know how to get
consumer.
around it.
True.
You know, so it's just me being lazy
Yeah,
and cheap.
and
Because,
that's fair.
but I'm like, where is it going with this? Like, I really have been just listening to our. We finally uploaded several episodes of our show.
We are done with 2023 now.
How many episodes are? How many? Wait, how far behind are we at this point?
One episode last week.
Just
plus
one.
this
That's
one.
it.
Well, and the 190. that
Wait, it
we're-
went Christmas and then
Yeah.
the one we skipped.
We missed like a month, a whole month.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to be on top of like being motivated to do this.
Yeah.
Um,
I was surprised today, quite frankly, because I know you had a shitty day at work, and yesterday wasn't much better.
well, I was like, if I can just get through today, I can bitch about all this. But then I'm like, no, I can't bitch because I can't name names and
Yeah.
and be super specific. But I've been like forcing myself because I easily could have just been like, and we're not really like motivating each other.
No.
I mean, you did that night. You like threatened to kick me out of the house because
That's
I
not
wouldn't
what happened.
wouldn't go hang out with you.
That's not what happened.
But I got text messages, Rich.
Yeah.
Rich was trying to like motivate me to get out and go do something because I've been like bed rotting for like weeks and weeks and weeks, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Fuck you! I don't want to do anything." And he's like, "Well, fuck you! Why don't you just move out?" And it was not pretty. But after that, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna
Try to do
force myself to do at least the goddamn show every week.
better. Yeah.
And we'll see how long that lasts. But anyway, what was I getting at with the digital?
The cloud.
The cloud. All these kids, these kids that are buying like Fortnite and Minecraft and like Warzone skins and crap, don't realize in 10 years those servers are going down, and all that money you dropped on your stupid fucking game is no
gone.
longer going to exist. And as an old school gamer,
But
I'm
it
like,
might not matter to them like it does to us because we grew up buying cartridges and CDs and DVDs and having physical
you
media.
would unlock cosmetics.
They don't know that.
You would unlock cosmetics through playing the game, through
Right.
experience, but they didn't go away.
Yeah.
They're still on the console you play. Like,
Right.
like I'm thinking like Halo 3, like shit like that. You can unlock stuff for multiplayer.
Yeah.
And
And it's
but
still
it's through
there.
the
and
game
you
or
can
through
still use it.
progression, yeah. But
Yeah.
this bullshit store buying a skin
Yeah.
and then it's just gonna be gone, dude. And I'm realizing that as like all the older games that I love to play are going away. Servers are shutting down. They
It's
just
so
shut down.
fucked up.
They shut down Bad Company, dude. It's gone.
Yeah.
Like, and the older you get, the more it's gonna go away. And if a lot of purchases were tied to that game, they're meaningless. So I think a lot of people are only thinking about in the moment.
But I think this generation's grown up with digital. 100%. Everything's digital. Like,
Yeah.
So maybe they won't reminisce the same way we do with our,
Remember
Macintosh SE.
Yeah.
Remember
back in Fortnite in 2015 when I had the fucking Fry from fucking Futurama skin? I wish I could play that again. Oh wait, the servers don't exist. Fuck my life.
Yeah, and that's like, I don't know. I feel bad for them. Like,
Yeah, I had games that I genuinely loved that were like ripped from my hand.
yeah,
And like, fuck you, you can't play anymore. Geometry Wars 2 on the fucking iPod Touch.
mm-hmm.
My favorite. It's like my favorite game, and they released it on the iPod Touch back in like I don't know 2010 or something like that.
yeah.
And I was like, I could play that. I was so like that was back when I was excited about stuff.
Right.
When I got the iPod Touch back then, and then out of nowhere they're like, no longer available. Sorry.
Sorry,
You paid for it? Oh, that's too bad. You can't.
Sucks to be you.
You can't download it anymore. Bye. And now the only way I can play it is on the Xbox because it's part of their digital 360 access that you get.
Game Pass or
Yeah,
whatever.
Game Pass. But that's gonna go away soon, for all I know.
Oh, probably.
So I have this like perpetual like everything's gonna go away. Everything's fleeting.
Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird.
Andy.
Flappy Burf.
Burf.
Floppy Burf. Dude,
Oh,
even
did you know? You're an Android user, so you probably know. Did you know there's like a Android knockoff of Flappy Bird in the menu for
There's a
Android?
hit, yeah, there's like an Easter egg.
I just learned that the other day.
And Android, like every version does some sort of weird Easter egg.
So we have this huge 70-inch Android tablet, basically. It's a TV with
Like a
Android
kiosk
built
or
in.
something.
And it's used for presentations and stuff. But I was working on it the other day, and I was trying to get into developer mode, and you know how you go to the thing and you hit it 8 times, and it comes.
Yeah.
Well, I did it to the wrong one. I did it to the Android version instead of the.
Oh yeah,
whatever.
that's where it's hidden, the Android version.
And it was in the Android version,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Wait, what the hell is this?" And then I
what was-
touched it, and it bounced, and I was like, "Oh my god!" It's like
there
Flappy
was
Bird.
there's one version, I think it might have been Oreo, where if you go to the version you tap a bunch of times, it brings up this like hand painted like frightening like violent scene of like a snowman
Jesus.
killing you or something like that. I don't remember. But yeah, that was like one of the fun things about Android.
Yeah.
But speaking of Flappy Burf, Andy,
Burf.
all these classic games that from that time period that were like Plants vs Zombies, Angry Birds.
God, that was a good game too.
All that stuff, like now you can't get the original game. Now all you can get is like the Angry Birds remastered version that's full of fucking microtransactions.
Unless you have the physical media, which like for
I
Plants
just- I
vs
don't-
Zombies, I have, so I was able to play it.
Yeah, okay, so I don't have once again, I don't have a physical version.
Mm-hmm.
I have my stupid EA app, and it's got the original Plants vs Zombies in 4x3 mode
Nice.
with no microtransactions, none of that shit. But if you download Plants vs Zombies on a tablet nowadays, we've talked about
Oh yeah,
this.
it's terrible.
It's just in your face ads
and add-ons
It's
and you know what else?
bullshit, dude.
The
They were making plenty of money back then, but this as a service shit has ruined everything, pretty much. It's like we need to find a way to
There's
just
a
keep
few-
people forking over money.
Yeah, and that's what
It's
they're
not.
trying to do.
It's Plants vs Zombie isn't as a service, but I'm thinking as a service has ruined everything.
Yeah.
By this, we need to find a way to squeeze more money
Well,
out of.
I think the
everything.
best example of somebody doing it right is Apple Arcade, because there's no ads, no nothing. It's just games that you can play.
Yeah.
However, it's not free. You have a subscription every month.
Wait, you have to pay for Apple Arcade now?
You always have.
I don't think so.
No, you do.
I
I get
had-
it with my Apple One subscription.
Apple Arcade came with my iPod Touch back in the day.
I'm pretty
and
sure it's
I
an
could
add-on.
chat with people and.
That's the Game Center. The Game Center is different from
Oh,
this
okay.
new Apple Arcade.
I remember it being very creepy. There were a lot of creepy old people in these game chats.
That's
trying to
you know,
like
I don't
mac
think
on
I've
kids.
ever in my life used a public game chat. I hate them. I've never used them.
No, it like came with the. It was like part of the thing. I don't remember what game I was playing, but
Yeah.
but all those golden
Yeah,
games.
see, 200 games or more, no in-app purchases and no ads. Every single game in Apple Arcade. So they're
so
doing
it's like
it
a
right.
Game Pass
However,
for arcade.
it's still digital, and it has a streaming subscription bullshit.
They'll just. I told you, Geometry Wars 2, pulled, gone. Fuck you. You paid like what, $30 for it? Bye.
Tough shit.
Battlefield 2 or Bad Company 2.
Bad company.
There was an Apple version of the game for the
Really?
for the Touch.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, and it was so fun. It had a multiplayer and shit. It was like really fun because I was super into it back then.
Yeah.
And that's just gone.
You actually got me playing it. way
We
back.
lost the light. Yeah, but that was PC.
Yeah.
And that's gone now because of the fucking
the servers.
digital
The servers. Are down.
servers, man. And you know what's weird? Like peer-to-peer servers break that because you don't need constantly online.
Well, and we
servers.
talked about this before on the show, but why did Microsoft? Well, I'm not. This is a dumb question. I shouldn't even ask. But why did Microsoft give up on Xbox Live? It was like a unified platform for all games on the Xbox, and now they are allowing other apps to use their own servers. And
Well, I don't know because Xbox Live goes down. Like
Exactly, I'm
everyone
not-
celebrated Live going down when it did.
but
Like,
what about people
the
that bought
Super
into the Xbox Live? Like Halo was a good one. We
Yep.
used to play that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Back, I think I had Halo CE on the PC, and for the longest time, years and years after the servers went down, you could still play because there was like a peer-to-peer
yeah,
or something like that.
yeah, like network play.
I can still play Modern Warfare 2, the original 2009 Modern Warfare 2. I can still play online because it's peer-to-peer. It'll just find somebody picked on to be the server. But peer-to-peer now is super insecure.
Yeah.
People can like access your computer and crap.
Yeah, especially if you're using a game that's hacked or
Yeah, so
modded or
I have like this Malwarebytes makes this app that you can run to protect you from peer-to-peer connections. I forget what it's called, but I can run that and then play the games without having to worry about someone directly connecting to my computer. They'll use that
Nice.
peer-to-peer link to directly connect to your computer and
Yeah,
access your files and shit. So I can still go and play the original Modern Warfare 2, which is awesome. And
but how many games have that functionality? Not very many.
no, not a lot. No, which sucks because I always got upset when games would have their own servers because I knew it would go away someday.
Yep.
Bleh.
Especially with
Or even
game
like
companies.
Battlefield, you used to be able to purchase your own server. People
mean-
would rent servers, but you couldn't run your own server. That's the point.
Yeah.
Like so, once their servers go down, the company servers, all the servers you
Your
paid for
SOL.
are gone. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's bullshit, dude. Everything goes away, man.
That's why you got to keep local copies, physical media.
That doesn't help with your online experience, though, man.
Fuck my online experience. I don't even like the
I
internet
care about
anymore.
a lot of that stuff, Rich.
The
okay?
internet's terrible.
Battlefield,
The
that
internet
company.
20 years ago was awesome. The internet that we allowed to happen through consumerism and bullshit is terrible.
There's also like games that they can't even like re-release now. So there's a game called Battlefield. Was it not 2042? It was like a futuristic Battlefield game, and this is
Yeah.
like before Bad Company, and it was super fun. Like it was almost like Titan. What's that game you like?
Titanfall?
It was kind of like Titanfall. They had these big things called Titans, which were like floating ships, and you had like futuristic weapons, and you could like. The goal was to get into the enemy's ship and blow up its power core, and you'd win.
Nice.
It was kind of like Battlefield's premise, but with just futuristic objectives.
Nice.
And you can't even like get it because it was one of those perpetually online games back when they were trying that.
Right.
And there are ways of getting it to work with hacks, but you can't just get it.
Yeah,
play it
everything.
nowadays.
I mean, any game that was worth a damn back in the day has some sort of hack community that's worked to make it work. EverQuest is a good example. I have a version installed on my computer right now that has servers live that I can go play on.
And we can't expect all these companies to just keep paying the bills to keep
No.
servers running, but peer-to-peer, man.
They need to develop their games in such a way that when the servers do go
Or
down,
go open source once you go to business.
yeah,
And
yeah.
let the fucking fans figure it out.
That's fair. I could do
I
that.
like that idea. Okay.
So
Sorry.
I don't know if this is an entire Muskie minute or not, but I'm gonna play the theme song anyways.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Muskie minute.
Go fuck yourself. Talk to Earth.
Muskie minute.
Is that what
Talk
he
to
said?
Earth. He sucks. Take it up
Let
with
Earth. Yeah, let Earth decide.
Yeah. There you go.
Fuck this guy, dude. I so fucking no respect for Elon Musk anymore.
So guess what?
What?
The Cybertruck
Sucks?
rusts in the rain.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Jesus Christ. I thought it was stainless steel.
They have orange splotches on the body of their vehicle after it got wet. And then Tesla's response was basically like,
Don't get it
it's,
wet.
It's set in the manual to dry it off. Like,
Wipe it down with a paper towel whenever it gets wet.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Somewhere in here.
I'm
it
not even
says,
surprised, dude. This is so typical. Orange splotches that look like rust.
A
Well,
Tesla
maybe it's rust.
representative told him the Cybertruck can develop orange rust marks after exposure to rain.
I cannot wait to see Cybertrucks in like 15 years
Right.
from now.
There's just going to be a big pile of rust.
It's just completely orange. That's a feature.
Yeah, a feature, not a bug.
It turns orange over time.
Yeah, he took it to a Tesla facility and they documented the corrosion and told them they would call next month to perform service on it. So
What is that? Removing those big ass heavy panels?
either that or using like some kind of like God damn it.
Yes.
Somebody said take a hairdryer to the car when it's raining.
That's what you gotta do. Yeah, like if they're so fancy, why can't they just have like self-heating
to dry it off? Yeah.
Yeah. Or you know, like Back to the Future when he got wet and he got all the water and his like coat and everything just air started.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, Andy says he's on it. He needs to be honest. He wants the Cybertruck. I can echo that. I was super stoked about it. It's all about Elon. Like,
hey, it's Tex. I know it says this is not Tex, but I know you. I know it's Tex. I know that. I know this.
All right. But
so wait, you guys wanted the Cybertruck?
yeah, it looks cool.
It looks like
it
a
kind of
child.
reminds me
It
of the
looks like a
DeLorean.
child's drawing of what they think a truck looks like.
No,
You
it's
know,
like
kids
it's like the sister to the DeLorean. Okay, the big sister.
Tex says they like gaslighting people.
Oh.
I see.
So
Yes, it looks cool, but it's an Elon product.
So, stainless steel, which
Yes.
is, you just made the comment, stainless steel shouldn't rust. Stainless steel can rust from exposure to damaging chemicals, saline, grease, or prolonged exposure to heat.
So,
Which makes me wonder if it's going to rust in hot climates, too.
So is there like a sheen over the metal that's supposed to protect it from? I don't know what stainless steel.
I don't
How
think
do you
so.
make stainless steel?
It's a...
Fucking magnets. How did that work?
It's not magnets.
Like no.
It's a alloy.
I gotta look this up. It's like an amalgamation of like several metals.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna look up the
Well, you
important
look it
question.
up. So,
Why? Shut up! I'm fucking asking. You messed it up. Why Does stainless steel not
Okay.
rust?
So here's the warning screen.
It only recorded the word "Y."
Tesla is not liable for damage caused by failing to refer to official guidance.
What?
Some cleaners and car shampoos contain chemicals which cause damage.
Yep. Well, you're saying like chemicals can damage you. It makes me think it's like some sort of
Well,
iron and chromium, and as a composition prevents rusting. Okay. Okay. So why is it rust?
yeah.
What?
Hey, now, you can like conspiracy theories without tripping balls, okay?
What?
Andy says that he thinks Elon means well, but he's just got billionaire syndrome, which is a good way to put it. I've never actually heard of it referred to as that.
You can go fuck yourself, okay?
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
But he said conspiracy theories are super easy to believe when you're tripping balls, and then he said he was looking at me, and I was like...
It's really been all downhill for Elon since he smoked pot on Joe Rogan. Literally. I had respect, and I didn't lose respect because he smoked weed. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I had the stupid poster. Remember when I had the poster?
Yeah, I remember.
I had the
remember
Elon
when you took
smoking
it
pot
down.
poster because I thought it was like, oh my god, so epic, total win. And he's done nothing but embarrass himself since. And do you think there's a point where like Tesla, Twitter, all these people might step in and be like, I don't know, let's fucking murder Elon or kick him out of the company at least, and then the stock prices might go back up because now is the time to invest.
Right?
It's like Twitter's down to like $50, and I don't know what Tesla's at, but it's low, dude. It's dipped. That's a serious question. Answer it. Answer the question. Answer the question now, Rich. I had the same question about Zuck. Remember when he was like shoveling money into a furnace
Yeah.
for Meta? And like somebody's got to step in, but he had that thing in his contract.
Yeah.
Does Elon have something like that?
Probably. Well, he privately owns Twitter, so doesn't he?
Private? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure
he
he
bought
took
it. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. And he took it private after he bought it. And
Oh, yeah. So it says screenshots of the vehicle's owner's manual advises owners to immediately remove any potentially corrosive materials sticking to the body, which could include grease, oil, bird droppings, or dead insects.
Everything that naturally ends up on a car needs to be removed immediately.
Yeah.
The car should come with like wet naps.
Well, the
glove
review
box.
I watched, they actually like forgot to wipe off the bugs, and they were like freaking out because it actually says you have to wipe them off every time. So, Jay, he missed your question. Andy missed your question
What was my question?
about what if somebody would come and finally.
I
murder
asked
him
the
or
same
kick
thing
him out.
about the Zuck. And the question was, why can't some board or somebody kick
rein
them out?
them in or kick them out. Or
They obviously can't rein him in. Remember back when they were trying to rein him in when he was tweeting like ungodly bullshit?
Yeah.
But then we found out that Zuckerberg had something in a contract saying I cannot be fired or whatever. I'm like, Elon must have something like that. Is that a question?
That's a good question.
Put that in the form of a question. What if that thing I just said? I stole that from Futurama.
What has Apple innovated lately?
It has to be intuitive.
That was me changing the subject.
Okay, we're changing the subject. Okay. Andy, don't worry about answering that question.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think it's important for us to continue to harp on how fucked up this person is. And
Oh, okay. I mean, we have a whole segment devoted to it, but yeah, let's not harp on it.
he hasn't made the news a lot lately.
He's not. It was a really slow news week.
Andy says it's his favorite segment.
Of course.
Or the Apple one, I'm assuming.
I'm
'cause-
guessing the
yeah,
Apple one.
Yeah. So
Is Apple innovating today, Rich? What are they innovating?
well, as we spoke about in the previous
I
episodes,
know they invented the VR headset.
right.
It did not exist until Apple invented it. I'm so glad. I don't know.
People
Yes.
are returning their Vision Pro, citing comfort,
to be expected.
headache, and eye strain. One person even said their eye was like burst a blood vessel or something because of it.
I'm assuming that person has. I'll stick up
oh,
for
yeah, here it
Apple
is.
in this. My eye started bleeding.
Using the device led to a burst blood vessel in his eye, and one other person noted they had a similar experience with redness.
Your eyes can't just. What is this? A hit piece? Who made this? The Varga? What is
The
that?
Verge.
The Verge.
It's not a hit piece.
My eye started bleeding. Put the headset on and it burst.
And it just started bleeding everywhere.
I don't think any amount of like.
Oh wow! Andy says
see.
even a 9-to-5 Mac long-term staffer returned theirs.
So I might know the reason, and it has to do with the OLED thing they use, and I guess if the brightness is too high, it does that tracing effect. That like ghosting when something moves across the screen, it leaves like a trail, and that is causing a lot of eye strain. I don't know why. It doesn't bother me.
You know what?
When they do that.
What's interesting is when we were growing up, how much did you get yelled at for sitting too close to the TV?
Yeah.
Now we're strapping a TV
two
to our
TVs right in our face,
right in our eyes, and we're like, it'll be fine.
Eh.
Motion sickness? You're a pussy.
First of all, that was a bunch of bullshit.
Well,
Maybe they're more worried about the radiation from the TV.
there was a whole bunch of different reasons, but
Yeah, I was told my vision would go bad, and like here I am at 40.
they also didn't expect us to be staring at screens all day in the future. So
Yeah, I stare at many screens way closer to my face than the TV ever was.
exactly.
And my vision is better than my parents.
Yeah.
Like
So-
they got them big old thick Coke bottle like glasses.
And I still haven't gotten an answer for what else, like what games are there? Are there any, AAA games, anything at all?
Yeah,
that you
I
can
watched
play
some.
in VR.
No, they have some like immersive VR experiences where it's just like a landscape, a vista, and you just
See that?
stand.
That was like
stand
Google
there.
Cardboard 10 years ago.
Yes,
Like,
I watched something on that too recently because I've been like super into VR lately. It's like that,
you did the thumbs up.
but people are saying the OLEDs and
It's Valentine's Day.
it looks
being festive.
good.
Yes.
It looks really
Yes.
good
I've heard,
compared to any of the other VRs that have come out.
as far as the tech goes, I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah.
The only thing I've heard negative was there isn't a lot of VR titles, and this eye strain / motion sickness thing. But I don't know how widespread it is. I mean, this is the first time I've heard of it. Was this article, and
I heard about it a couple days ago related to the OLED screens and that whatever that ghosting thing
Like-
that does, which I've never.
I think unfortunately we're probably not going to know how popular it was and how many people returned it until after they release their earnings. If they even break out the Vision Pro, because they still don't break out some devices.
You know what I hate about this device is that it's like $3,500.
Yeah.
So the only people that are going to shell out for it are super Apple fanboys.
Mm-hmm.
No one's just going to on a whim
But
drop
that's
that
what
much money
makes
on a
this-
fucking VR headset.
But that's what makes this story so captivating, because these are fanboys.
Yeah,
And
but
they're returning it.
I know that Apple invented VR and it didn't exist before today. Other people that have used VR get motion sick and have like eye problems.
Yes,
because
I did with the Quest.
yeah,
Yeah,
Just-
shit, I did without VR.
it's the
Starfield.
technology. The fact that you're seeing movement
Mhm.
while you're standing still causes nausea and stuff like that.
This is not Texas. They're in VR right now.
What? How are you in VR right now? What do you have? The Meta? Your son stole my Meta.
This is like our first.
Whoa, we're in VR.
This is our first experience in VR, Jay.
Hey, this is not text. Do you have a $3,500 Vision Pro?
Serious question.
But seriously, the people that will get the headset are Apple fanboys, and there are a
Yes.
segment that will. The Quest 2, yeah. See, the Quest 2. Speaking of, we got a thing.
Well, I was going to get to that, but you finish your sentence.
Can
and
I
then-
just have one button over here, and I can just be like, boom, put the screen over there,
It's literally
so
right
I don't
here.
have to tell you.
It's the same distance, right here.
Yeah, but it's right in front
It
of me.
says secondary. You just click it.
Jesus Christ.
See how easy that is? It's $300 for the Quest
okay.
2. Yeah.
I had the Quest 2, but then Rich's child stole it from me. I'm like, you can try it if you want, and
Or
then
like
I never
you
saw it again.
gave it to him
After
like-
he used it,
and then bought him accessories for it. For
I did because I
Christmas.
basically gave it to him after he used.
He just kind of co-opted it.
He did. I'm like, maybe you'll like checking this out for a few hours, and then months later.
But to
he
be
uses it
fair,
every day, every night. Like,
to be fair, you never used it, and now it's getting used every day. So
I know.
you know.
So in the Quest 2 it was good. I haven't tried the Quest 3, so I'm guessing it's better.
Yeah.
The Quest 2, I was playing Half-Life Alyx on.
Right.
Of course, I was powering it from my PC,
Yeah.
but it looked beautiful. It was
Right.
such a fun game. And the crap that came with it was fine. You could do like movies, Netflix, like all that stuff. But the Vision Pro apparently is like, it makes like 3D versions of your arms.
Yeah.
And it can like cast light on your arms. So if you're in an environment, you look down at your hands, instead of them being like weirdo VR
Yeah.
hands, it's actually like lighting. They say, whoever I was watching was saying it's way more immersive than the Meta, because Apple pays attention to those weird details of like what it would be like standing in this environment reflecting off your body.
Yeah.
But I don't like the fact that it doesn't use controllers.
You know what's really weird for me, and this is like you're complaining about the $3,500 price tag, and
Well,
and
because the layman's not going to try it out and give a real review. The Apple fanboy, I didn't do it. Is it? Oh, is it this?
maybe.
Is it? Can we turn this off?
Yeah, we did, and it's back
Why
on.
is it still there? I hate it.
Anyways, what I want to know is why it's $3,500 when the Quest is like sub 1,000. Like,
Are you a VTuber, Tex? She's got like a body. They, I don't know this person or their sex, has a full body tracking?
apparently?
What?
And it
That's
costs
crazy.
less than Apple.
Have you seen VTuber rigs?
Mm-mm.
You know what VTuber is, right?
Mhm.
They have like sensors all over their body
Jesus.
to control every movement. Like, people are like giving them crap because like, oh, you just put like an anime like thing on and it just do YouTube. But you look at what they actually put into making these, it's
Oh.
impressive. It's
Huh.
way more impressive than what like normal people do.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm sorry. Anyway,
So
continue.
Zuckerberg
The Zuck.
The
Hey
Zuck.
guys, guess what?
actually tried the Apple Vision Pro and
I
claims
hate
that the
it. I
Quest
think
3
it's the worst thing ever, and nobody should buy one.
is a better product, period.
Buy my Meta. Sweet baby Rays.
And he downplayed the idea that it's just a better product because it's cheaper,
Yeah.
which I could argue, okay, you have a better value, run with it.
Yeah.
Why are you hiding that? It's a $3,500 device, and you have one that people can get for $500.
Yeah.
Like,
You got the
you have the upper hand here.
exactly.
But
And the Quest 3 can do. Are they really calling it the Quest 3? Isn't it the Meta?
yeah, it's the
Oh, it's the
Quest
Meta
3.
Quest, right?
Yeah.
A lot of stuff that the Vision Pro does, you can do on this.
And
you
the
can do
Quest
finger
3
tracking and like
Yeah.
the way you like select stuff.
And the Quest 3 weighs 120 grams less than the Apple Vision Pro, which is
That's
one
because
of the
there's not a
complaints.
dedicated battery connected to your device that Apple was hiding. That
yeah,
blows.
that blew my mind too. They were hiding it the whole time.
I had no idea up until
but
a
it
couple weeks.
still weighs less. The Quest 3 weighs less even without the battery
But
pack.
then you could just because Apple's all glass and like aluminum and have you seen the breakdown of it where they dismantle it?
Yeah,
Apple shits because heavy means expensive.
right.
I learned that from Jurassic Park. Apple does have a lot of sensors built into it.
Yeah.
It's trust me, not worth $3,500.
Like most products Apple has released, they didn't invent it necessarily,
Oh, I thought they did.
but they brought it to the consumers in a way that worked
Mm-hmm.
100%. Like, there's very few bugs in a final product from Apple compared to a
Apple
final product.
shit's
with
so
someone else.
boring to me because like, I was looking at the interface for it. It looks like the Apple Watch. It's like the little bubbles for all the stupid apps, and I'm like, this is just looks so not innovative.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
it's like
at one point they were like cutting edge UI. Now they've been stale since Jobs died. Nothing's changed really. Andy says the video is awkward and the Zuck is a simulation.
How dare you make fun of me? I will come find you and steal your information.
In the metaverse.
You will suck the Zuck. Sorry.
Wouldn't that be funny if that was
I
something
only
you did?
like talking about Zuck and Elon and Trump and all those people just for the opportunity to like practice my impressions.
Yeah.
I know Taekwondo, Andy. Do you want to get wrecked?
Oh man.
So he basically was like, I'm not gonna do any more impressions. He said the Meta was better.
You just did it.
Sorry. Don't buy the Apple Vision Pro. It's not worth it. And this is also Gen 1. So we all know a lot of Apple products, Gen 1, are just sort of like proof of concept.
Yeah.
And then they start like adding stuff to it.
Yeah. I mean, the iPhone when it first came out is nothing like the iPhone today. I mean, we didn't even have an app
VR
store.
chat alcoholic.
It's like my son.
I watch a couple. Is he like into VR chats?
No, just VR.
Oh,
in
VR
general.
chat, like the app VR chat.
Yeah.
I couldn't get in.
Super popular apparently.
No, it is. I've tried to go in, but it's like involves socializing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, exactly.
I can't do it. Maybe if I had friends that did stuff like this, I would feel better taking the plunge if you did with me, Rich. So let's go buy a couple MetaQuests.
I'll get right on that.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. So speaking of new technology, and
Yes.
we've talked a lot lately about how boring tech is. You literally just said it about Apple. And we've said it in just about every episode for the last month or two.
We're bored.
I think I found something to break the boredom. I am obsessed with home automation. It is so exciting.
Okay, bye. You got me psyched for a second, and now I'm bored. Go ahead.
So I have a Homebridge server, and I have a scripted server. Scripted handles my video and turns it into a system that works with HomeKit on my iPhone and my iPads and everything, as if it was a supported camera. But I'm using some Chinese knockoff camera, and it's bridging the gap basically.
Can't you trust all these Chinese crap in your house? That's
well-
not me. Like I know everything comes from China, but like
Yeah.
something directly from a Chinese company, I'm like
The cameras I use now are not those like direct, like the same one with 6 different brand names. Like
Yeah.
I stopped buying those ones. Ones I have now are actually like a company that's reputable. But I've gone way beyond cameras now, though. So I've always had cameras for like the last decade
Rick
or
just
so.
got internet-enabled toilets.
No, but I do
What's
have.
that toilet called? That
I used to have an
What
automated.
is all that noise? Zane, maybe you should clean your room, and you won't make so much noise going over there.
We called
Sorry.
you out in public. On
I'm
the
sorry.
internet.
Yeah, public shaming.
Anyways,
Shame.
so
Zuby or I'll find it. Sorry, talk. I'm doing that thing. I
So-
talk. Everyone talks.
I've
over
had this
me.
Homebridge server for little devices for over the years, but it's never been anything I really took seriously. I had my garage on there for a while, and my thermostat. That's about it. Like, and the garage, the API is shut down. They don't allow you to use it with third-party apps like Homebridge and shit now. $8,700. What the fuck are you trying to sell me?
It's a robot toilet, dude. It's
Oh my
internet enabled.
God. Jesus
It's
Christ.
an IoT device.
$8,700.
This is a.
So
Oh my god.
Here's
our
the thing.
Our gain's up way too high.
the average person,
Yes. Go ahead. Sorry.
when we talk about home automation, the average person would break the bank buying everything they need to do a setup with Apple HomeKit. Like the shit is so outrageously expensive, and there's no real reason.
Is that because
for it.
it's Apple stuff?
I think it's just because of the licensing they need to pay to Apple. But what I've done is I've bridged that gap with these servers, so I'm able to take any company that has an API that they allow third parties to use, I can then plug into and control with HomeKit. And it's fucking fun. I've had so much fun.
Yeah.
I can now walk into my house
I'm on board.
and make my lights blue if I want, or make them red. And my favorite feature is Jay and I have been arguing a lot over the last year or so about the color of our lights, because I like bright white daylight lights.
I'm sorry. Let me show you what Rich likes.
Yes, this is what I like.
This is what Rich likes.
I want to squint.
I feel
when
like
it
I'm in a
turns on.
fucking dentist chair getting.
So I love that light.
And I like warm light.
And you
that's
like warm lighting.
orange and warm.
Yeah,
Oh, this is that feels so at home right now, Rich.
I'm glad.
And there's
So-
this is natural light.
so
Rich
what I
likes this
did-
too, right?
I love this.
This is like the sun in your face.
So bright. We've been sitting in this dark room for like an hour now.
Oh my god.
So anyways, Andy agrees with me. He doesn't like the amber yellow natural bullshit.
I don't understand, dude. It's
So
I feel like I'm in a fucking ER waiting room. Like
what
with
I
this
did,
light. Yes.
I've over the past 3 months, I've been budgeting a certain amount to put towards home automation every month. So this month I did my dining room. Last month I did my living room. The month before I did my bedroom. And I got a free bulb, so I also got my son's lamp hooked up now.
Rich gave me all his old shitty bulbs that
Yeah.
he didn't like. Which now my room looks super awesome.
Yeah. So I got them all set up, and I got them into their rooms and HomeKit. Everything's really nice, and I can literally just say what I want, and it makes it. But I can also set up scenes with HomeKit. So I made a scene that's called Jay's Home, and I just say, "Hey, Siri." Damn it! I thought I waited long enough. Still went off. And I just say, "Hey, Jay's here."
I thought it doesn't answer to Hey Siri anymore. I thought it just answers
no, it
to
does.
Siri. Oh.
He's
He's got.
Oh,
like,
maybe it does just do Siri.
He's got.
Maybe
We
that's the
talked
problem.
about this on the show.
Siri. Yeah. Oh.
We announced that. We
Wow.
broke the news
I
on that,
forgot.
Rich. You forgot. Okay. So he's basically got J mode.
So I just say Jay's home.
And it like turns from these sterile hospital lighting to like a nice warm, like.
So when I hear Jay coming
like,
downstairs, I
Ah,
can
not
just
that
be,
one. This one.
I can just be like,
Oh, look at that.
Jay's here.
So Andy, you must hate watching our show since I used the warm lighting.
I got their home pod too.
What?
Andy said I triggered his home pod.
That's crazy. See, someone needs to come out the way to like make that work so you can mention something without it triggering.
Yeah.
Because I watch so many like I watch a reel where like I don't know why people be like talking to their Alexa or something.
Well, I'm sure they could pump some AI into it.
Or back in the day with Xbox, people would be like, "Xbox, shut down."
Yeah.
And they would turn off their Xbox
Yes.
while they're playing. Oh my god, that
Wasn't there a commercial that did that?
I don't know.
I think it was.
Back-
Anyways,
back with the Kinect.
so I'm super excited about HomeKit and home automation
Okay.
in general. I'm a little mad at the garage door opener I have.
You know what the
So I have a MyQ.
There's only 2 of these
Garage door
toilets left
opener?
in stock, Rich. You sure you don't want one?
I'm sure.
It opens like, "Hello, please put your poop in me." It
Gross.
talks. It's got a voice.
So I have this as a garage door opener, and they shut down
What is
their
it?
API. MyQ.
Wait, what was it? I didn't even get to see.
MyQ. That's the company. I was just showing
I
you.
just
the
wanted to
company.
vape. Shut up.
So they shut down their API, so now I can't plug into it. So now I have to have a separate app for my garage door opener, and it's kind of pissing me off.
Can't you just hook up a freaking Raspberry Pi or Arduino?
So that's where I'm
to
going
your...
with this.
Oh, okay.
I have all these Raspberry Pis laying around for various
have a
projects over
bunch,
the
too.
years. And I was like, so I was looking into it the other day, and with the GPIO headers, you can wire it up and have it just trigger.
Freaking
So
awesome.
that's probably where I'm going to go next. I'm going to set it up as a home bridge and get it running. But for now, I can't open my garage door with Siri. But this stuff's so fun because
it's so hard to just be like, beep, and the garage opens. You gotta be like, hey, Siri, open my garage door, please.
That's a good way to do it.
And then you see how much more time that takes than boop. Now the thing opens.
Except you're forgetting about the time that you have to walk to the button.
I'm assuming you either have one in your car, boop.
Well, in my car, I use that one.
And you're like, boop.
In my car, I use that one.
Why would you open the garage door when you're nowhere near the garage door?
Like when you need to get in the house? Or your daughter needs to get in the house?
I just smash your car window and then push the button on your visor. Boop. No,
joke's on you. I don't lock my car in the first place.
I know. I was trying not to say that, for security purposes.
Right.
But you said it. So
there is literally nothing in there. If they want to steal my car, I have insurance.
You heard it here first, people. You know what this reminds me of? Not quite the same thing, but similar concept. I Spy.
Yeah.
The webcam aggregator.
Yeah.
It just worked with any freaking webcam, any protocol. You could just get all these. You could use your PC webcam and just import all these cameras into your own little security dashboard. Some businesses that I did work for used it, and I was like, that's a pretty cool. It is open source.
Yeah.
You don't pay for it.
Yeah.
I like stuff that brings everything together like a.
And that's what.
So you're not stuck in the ecosphere, even though it's Apple. I hate that.
Well, but I'm not using the Apple licensed products. In fact, I get a warning every time I add a new device. This is not approved. Are you sure you want to add it anyways? And then I said, add accessory anyways, and it works.
And Apple's okay with this?
I'm sure they're not happy about it, but I'm not going to spend the money on that shit.
But I'm waiting for.
Have you seen the cost of a camera that works with HomeKit?
Dude, have you seen the cost of anything associated with Apple?
Secure video cameras.
It's bullshit.
Look at these prices. How can they justify that?
I don't know what a normal.
I have a $20 Amcrest camera. That is hooked up to HomeKit and working perfectly, and has been for years. Logitech. The cheapest one they have is $150.
Are they 4K? I don't know what the details are of them. Okay.
Some of them aren't though. Some of them are just 1080p still.
That's just stupid pricing for these companies. That we have a Logitech camera for this thing. For this 4K, it was $200 something.
Right.
And it's not even that great.
Right.
I think we're only are we even getting 1080 out of it?
We are getting 1080, but remember we turned off the 4K part. I forget why, but it was
I don't know.
But it was editing.
This is just a branding thing. That's why it costs so much. Logitech
Logitech has always had a great partnership with Apple for accessories and stuff. Yeah. But
just I would expect Apple shit to be $3,500 for a VR headset.
I still think that's obscene.
And I still have not seen any uses other than floating screens in front of you. That's all I see. I don't see anyone playing Skyrim or anything. Yeah. It's all just here's my computer screen. Here's my iPad screen. Here's another screen. You can do that with the Meta, dude. Maybe not as greatly or as accurately as you can.
I actually played around with it. It's pretty good.
I'm guessing it has LiDAR.
I don't know.
That must be how it maps the rooms you're in and stuff. But I haven't seen any games played on it. Which it's Apple, so of course we're not expecting any games. But with their stupid App Store, you figured there would be.
But see, like most other things with Apple, they're going to rely on the developers to bring it to market.
Yeah, and once again, it's Gen 1, which wait a couple gens and it'll probably be really good. But you figure they'd have something out of the gate.
They need to come down under $1,000, so they're not going to get the market.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's why I'm all the people touting how awesome it is are touting things that you can already do on the Quest. Right. And I'm those are the Apple fanboys being Apple innovation. Yeah. Oh my God, I can have a screen in front of my face.
Right.
Brr. And that's what they say. They say brr. That's a sound Apple people make. I don't know why, but they do it.
Oh my God.
And I'm dude, I've seen I got bored with this on the Meta Quest. I got bored with having a screen in front of me. And I think they're just coping. It's copium, dude. They're just people. I spent $3,500 on this. I have to say it's
You
the
have
most
to like
awesome
it,
thing
yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it's bad. Like, it looks pretty cool, and I cannot say it's worth that amount of money. You know,
Once we get to the
but I'm like,
Vision Pro 4S, it'll be good.
oh my god, think of the HoloLens. Microsoft's still doing that.
Yeah,
But
we
what if
found
you
that out the other day. They have like industrial versions
They
and shit.
well, they have like a military contract.
Yeah,
but I'm
that's
like,
crazy.
what are the capabilities of that? Because that's around the same price.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what does it do? I haven't seen any
Somebody
recent
must have
commercials.
done a review side by side of both.
Yeah, that'd be something to look up. I haven't seen anything like that.
More to come. Anyways,
Like your
HomeKit.
mom. Oh.
HomeKit is the first time I have been excited about technology in months, if not years.
I guess I like the idea of automating everything in my house.
Yeah, well,
Um,
and as Andy can tell you, I love automation in general. Most of my job I've automated over the years, so I
Rich
don't
is
have
like,
to do much.
I don't want AI to have any control over my life, but let me connect every fucking device I have in my house to the internet.
To a server that I control
okay,
in my garage.
all right, yeah, but it's still
in a
connected
rack.
to the internet, right? Because it's got to get to where your phone is.
With a firewall that has all the ports blocked.
All right.
I'm just saying. I have more control over it that way.
I'm just saying.
That said, I do have a large language model running on my computer, so...
The battles you pick are weird to me.
Are they?
They are very weird.
Sorry.
Are we done? Can we go?
You wanted to talk about Tomb Raider, but that's the only other thing on the list.
Oh, I guess I would like an opinion from
Hold on.
chat.
Hold
Chat.
on.
Have you heard of this? Chat. What?
Hang on. Andy said, remember when you were about to start your IT career and you think you know what it's all about, then fast forward a year or two and your whole perspective on the network changed. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
What is this in response to?
Working for Apple.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no,
You don't
and
know,
I'm not.
you don't know what you know until you know it.
I only have a peripheral view of Apple and stuff,
Yeah,
so
you're not,
I don't
you're
know.
not even a
understand
daily
the
user
decisions.
anymore.
Whatever. That don't mean shit, Rich. I have you, so.
No, I know. I'm saying, but you're not a daily user.
And as much as I poop on Apple, I still like watch mad reviews on technology, including like Apple stuff. So I'm not like trying to poo-poo on Apple for the sake of poo-pooing.
I know.
I'm just saying what I've seen, I don't get.
Yeah.
It must do something more than just having screens floating in your face.
Yeah, I
Yes,
don't know,
it
but
does
I don't know that it does.
Yes, it
I
does.
think,
It does eye tracking, and I heard that's very impressive.
yeah.
And you can do the pinching, the hand, but you can do that on the Oculus.
Yeah.
So like the perks I see are, it's expensive. It's way better screens, like higher resolution than anything that exists.
But it follows the pattern of Apple. They
And
never.
that's why I say give it a couple gens.
That is the joke of this segment. They don't innovate. They master.
Who could, Andy? Who could of our group? Like, can we just drop $3,500?
No.
Maybe we can finance it. Oh, this is paid off.
Nice.
We are officially paid off on this thing.
We are
Our-
transmitting to you tonight on a paid-off Mac Mini.
Our Mac Mini. We should like set fire to it and order another one.
Yeah.
Just forever
honestly,
dead to Apple.
like you laugh, but that's probably how a lot of people are doing it with the Apple Card in installments, which makes me wonder what they're going to do now that they've cut ties with Goldman Sachs. I haven't seen any updates on what they're going to be doing.
Yeah, aren't they?
So
I feel like that
they
should
already terminated or filed their intent to terminate their contract with Goldman Sachs. So
Yeah, I haven't
what
seen
are they
a single,
doing next?
Yeah, I heard they're like don't worry, your card's gonna not stop working.
yeah. So this is the second Apple.
They already
card I've
lowered
had.
my credit limit because I got screwed over when my card got stolen,
Yeah.
and like I ended up overcharging something, and Apple immediately was like, "Fuck you, we're lowering your credit limit." I'm like, dude, it was literally yesterday this happened. Like I fixed it. They're like,
Yeah.
"Fuck you, we don't care."
This is the second time I've had an Apple Card that got the bank split ties with them, and
Wait, there was another
there
Apple
was a
card?
Barclays Apple Card where every so many
Barclays?
dollars I got a $25 iTunes gift card. It was like the reward I got.
Was this
And
back in like
it was great.
2003?
And then they just like rolled it into a normal card and got rid of the Apple branding. And then the Apple Card came out, and then I got one of those. And now they're cutting ties with Goldman Sachs.
What
and
year
I'm
was
like,
this when they were doing iTunes gift cards?
Probably like 5 or 6 years ago. You can still use iTunes gift cards. They're not gone.
I thought it was all about Apple Music.
Well, iTunes.
I'm having flashbacks to 2003, where I managed that internet cafe at my school, and there wasn't available internet for like student use. So,
Well, actually,
but I had internet at the cafe, and
Right.
Apple was doing this thing with Mountain Dew, where they put codes under the caps.
Right, I remember.
And
that.
so, if you just tilted the cap
You'd be
up
able
to the
see
light,
code.
you can see the code.
Yeah.
I have like
remember
this
that.
whole iTunes library of songs that I got just stealing the codes, and nobody caught on because nobody could actually utilize them.
I used to take when you go to Starbucks, they used to have a stack of free games that you could download from the iTunes store,
Starbucks?
and I would take a whole stack of them and then just put them online with all the codes so that people could just take them and.
I like being able to point
But
at people. Point at people with your
Andy
pipe.
says that they want out of the contract with Apple too, and he's right. But the fact is, Apple already terminated. They said we are not continuing this contract.
Well, I heard they weren't getting anything out of it, and they were like, you know what, fuck you, Apple. Like
Yeah.
the way Apple was like pushing their card, they were like, no fees, no this, no that, and then Goldman Sachs is like, so what are we actually getting out of this?
Yeah.
And that's why
I just want to know what comes next. Is there going to be like Apple Bank next or something
oh my God.
like? But whatever it is, I'm going to sign up for it.
it's gonna be like Apple. We just trust us. Like we got your money. Don't worry.
They
we got
sure
a big
do get mine.
We got a big pool. We just throw your money in too.
I mean, they're not making any money off of me. I pay my balance in full every month. So,
Yeah.
I mean, aside from, well, even with that,
I would check
I have three different installments, but they're all zero interest.
I
So
would
they're
check my
still-
balance right now, but
You can't.
I have to go in the other room, turn my iPad on, and authorize the
Yeah.
good stuff. I'm so glad I have that card. Yeah. So what was the topic that I started talking about? That you were like, I was like, is there anything left? You're
Tomb
like,
Raider,
How did we
sensitivity
get this?
warner.
How did we get this far off topic?
Oh, I don't know. I think we just brought it up because Andy was commenting.
Oh,
on it.
Andy said something. Andy, goddamn it, you derailed my Tomb Raider topic. So they released Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3.
Which I've never played a game of Tomb Raider in my life.
remastered.
Not even once.
I've played Tomb Raider 1,
Mm.
and I played the third one. I played the first one on an iPac.
Oh,
Somebody
wow.
made a port for the iPac PDA.
Not to be confused with the iPad. This is
right,
with a
this-
Q.
How did they not get sued? The little like 4-directional button at the bottom. It's like a circle,
Yeah,
but
I
you can
love
like
that.
click, and then you can click in the center. That's how you controlled it. You're like
Oh my god.
with the center button, and the frame rate was like 20 frames a second.
Of course.
But I was like, this is amazing.
Dude, I remember setting up like
That was back when I got excited about technology.
personal area networks with Bluetooth on the iPad because I didn't have Wi-Fi, and I just set it up and share my internet connection over Bluetooth. Yeah,
Dude, that's when I was excited about technology.
that's how I feel about home stuff.
Yeah, I don't really care about the home thing.
It's so fun.
Maybe if I had a home, it's not my
Maybe.
home.
You buy lights for your room.
Just my two lights. My two lights, Rich.
Two
Okay.
lights.
What was I
You
talking
want me to
about?
buy you a clapper?
Shut up. Let's just stay on the subject. Clap on. Tomb Raider.
Mhm.
Now, with the remastered version, comes with a sensitivity warning when
Too
you
much
start the
titty?
game. Wait!
Is it too much titty?
I thought it would be because of boobs.
Mhm.
I thought it would be boob related. This game contains way too much boobs
Yeah.
for the typical Christian. Okay? Before you play, beware of boobs. But
Beware of boobs.
It actually turns out it was like a insensitivity to just tribes in general. It was like this game depicts like Indian. I don't even know what the tribes were.
Native Americans.
Not Native Americans, because she's in like different countries. So it's like some native tribe to country, and in the game, I can't remember the game. Like, you know, there's like writings on the walls.
Tomb Raider, so I'm sure it's like ancient Egypt or something.
Something like that. But but the game has to go out of its way to be like, this is an insensitive depiction of tribes in this country, and you need to be made aware of it. I'm like, do we really need that, dude?
All I have to say about this is, because this happens a lot.
It's not any specific tribe at all. It's just the generalization of what we think of like tribes.
Well, and you know, you hear the argument a lot. Oh, it was a different time and blah blah blah. Like, okay, cool. I'm okay with a warning. I am. I don't care.
How sensitive are people, dude? We played the game when
we don't care, so we just hit another button and we're good. It's not an inconvenience for us to warn somebody that might be sensitive to that. That might be.
As a Republican, it ruins the whole game for me, Rich.
Oh, whatever.
I can't fucking play it. If I know that sign's there when I start the game, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
It's gonna ask for your pronouns too.
Fucking pronouns. Fucking pronouns.
Yeah. People get too bent out of shape over that shit. Like, yes, we did some insensitive things, some horrific things.
Okay,
to people.
I like this. I like the way we're going with this.
And
Rich.
I like that we and our kids and their generation are going to be in a better world because we have opened up to diversity. And but there is
I don't think I want to live in a world where I can't just generalize. Like, this is like a tribe. This is some magic tribe from this magic place. And you're like,
it's about what the level of offense is. If you celebrate a culture,
if it was like people in blackface or something like that,
right.
like blah, 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 you know, like with spears and stuff, like I'd be like, okay, that's a little fucked
insensitive.
up.
Yeah.
From what I remember, I can't. It was just some cartoony depiction of like a ancient civilization that was there. Like, I don't remember being overtly racist, but then again, I grew up in that period where.
I mean, play it again. See what you think. With your new perspective.
I will buy it.
Because perspective changes everything.
I hate third-person games, though.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's okay to be
second-person games. Did you ever see that? I think
Yes.
we talked about it on the show.
Where you're following the car that you're driving.
So weird,
dude. That's fucking weird.
There was like one game ever made that way.
If anyone like knows like first and third persons, you want to be like, wait, what's second person then? There's a video on YouTube that shows you what it is, and it's mind blowing. Maybe we can, like,
so you're
link
playing the character while your enemies are watching it, but the view from the screen is the enemies watching you.
It's almost third person, but you're not just an aimless camera looking down on you. You're actually the other person following you in the car. It's like...
It's wild.
All right, back to the racist bullshit from Tomb Raider.
I mean,
I thought it would be boobs. I thought it'd be like, this is a sexist depiction of women. Women don't have boobs this big. Have you ever seen a woman with boobs this big and pointy? We don't have enough polygons to like really show you what boobs look like. But this is what this is.
Yeah, and it wasn't that.
No. Okay, so okay. You know what? I will play the game. And
with a new perspective, an adult, grown-up Jay perspective.
Yeah. This is J 2.0.
You still have dark humor in there, so.
All right, that's what I'll do, because you know what? I'll be lazy and just watch a video on it.
You can do that too.
So I don't spend money.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I get like if there's something that's overtly offensive, but if we're just like generalizing sensitivity, like
when I hear overtly offensive, I'm thinking of like caricatures
like
from
blackface,
blackface, like Song of the South. Song of the South needs a warning now.
Yeah,
obviously,
you
know, because you can't really do that kind of depiction. A lot of early Disney was like,
you could still celebrate heritage without focusing on the hate like it was some kind of positive. You can ignore that. Not ignore that. That's the worst.
Yeah,
You don't want to ignore it. You can acknowledge that it happened, and that we are better now.
Well, it's not about evil events. It's about like stereotyping.
Yeah.
And in some situations,
But
that's
people
why it's so touchy nowadays.
But
'cause
people
you
do
can't-
stereotype. Our brains separate things
There's
into
a stereotype,
categories.
and then there's like the racist stereotype.
Right.
You know, like Jewish people living underground, climbing out of the sewers.
Cool. I don't care. Like, that's the thing. Like
That literally happened, Rich.
I know, and
Okay.
I'm like, okay, cool. Like,
Let's end the episode. That's it. We got to get out of here.
all right.
Bye, people.
This has been Drunk Tech Support.